They create a course, they create a membership site, then they launch and they hear crickets and they get no sales. They get very few sales and they're very frustrated and unhappy and don't understand why. Well, 9 times out of 10, it's because they didn't build an audience. They didn't cultivate and nurture a relationship with a group of their perfect customers. And so when they go to sell, they're either selling to no one or they're trying to sell to everyone. And that is truly an exercise in frustration. Hey, everybody, welcome to today's episode of Simple Steps to Online Success. And I'm your host, Deanna Fenton. I'm going to share with you what some of the lessons I learned in launching this course. It was just me, and I didn't have anybody there maybe monitoring the comments or helping give me feedback on how things were looking. So I spent a great deal of the webinar kind of glancing over here at my laptop, making sure that I was logged in as an attendee so I could see what my audience was seeing and make sure things were working well. One of the recommendations is you change out your Facebook cover images to let people know cart's now open, cart's closing in 2 days, today's the last day, because when you update your cover image, those go out, right? Those go out to your members in your groups, goes out to your page followers. So it reminds them. It's not only just visually on your page or group, that actually gets out there to let people know. You need to work backwards. You need to have the sales page done well ahead of time, because I've seen so many people, they don't even do their sales page and they're opening the cart in like 2 days. You need to have your sales page done because you need to test it. You need to make sure your links work. So when people hit that sales page, if they're ready to buy, they can buy. So that's why, I would say you need the sales page done minimum 5 to 7 days ahead of you opening your cart. Take advantage, this is one of my other tips, is take advantage of swipe files. But swipe files, you could take inspiration, because good Lord knows you don't want to copy them. Do not copy them verbatim. But look at the style of how they're written. Look at the ones that resonate with you. And I made them my own. It was my words. There were my stories, but I took the tone, like if they talked about, highlighting again the number one frustration that your audience is experiencing, then I use that to present it in a way that was personal for me and would resonate with them. Get help, but get help in the areas where you need help. For me, it was creating the graphics. I would engage somebody to create the graphics for me ahead of time and think through. And that's just part of your planning and scheduling out when these things need to get done, and taking into account, if you hire somebody to do it, you've got to give them enough time to do it, and give yourself enough time if you need them to make revisions and that type of thing. Test your tools. If you're going to use something new, whether it's your webinar platform or Kajabi for your sales pages, give yourself plenty of time to work with them. I got the advice of doing a 1 to 2 minute video, putting it out there, and then developing the custom audience based on people that watch that video. I think that was good advice. I do believe it would have been better if I had done a slightly longer Facebook Live, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and taught something related to my webinar topic. Not what I was going to cover on the webinar specifically, but something a little more actionable, almost like a live video lead magnet, freebie, being a little more organized and, pushing, because what happened was there was a weekend in between, and I didn't push on the weekend. And I guess I kind of think that people are not paying attention on the weekend, and so it was not really worth it. I should have done something. If there are topics you'd like to see me cover, let me know, because that's always very helpful. Thank you again for joining me. Have a great rest of the day and a fabulous weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.